right? But that's what would happen. So until you see what happens after you touch that trend, there is nothing left to be done. It's just touch that trend, that turns into the local attack. The local attack has a pullback. You break that local to attack the global. So you're always attacking a global. You're never attacking a legacy, because there can technically never be a legacy. There can technically like never be a legacy. Even Oaks that moved up 400% back a few months ago on that news release, it went from 1200 to 4000 or whatever it was. Even that touched a global level and pulled back for like 45 minutes and then slightly confirmed over for 10 minutes and moved up. So even that had like a little 1 hour fractal move inside of it. And on the daily, it looked like it just soared straight up, but there was still hit the global, it pulled back, see if it can hold the move. There's a ton of volume that happened. It held the move, it moved over, back tested the valley, and then went up another 100%. Like it had already made, 100%, had this little slight pullback, it came over, boosted, and then went up another 100% or something crazy. So the global and local trends, that's very easy. Now, the part about this that becomes important to know is that well, it's all important to know, but let's just talk about something else. Origin levels, how are they made? Origin levels are made off of local failure, right? So locally, when you fail a move, so you have this trend. Let's go into the replay here. You have this here, right, which was going to break this local trend to start some type of move against a larger target, right? So that's fine. You have this here, you have your target, everything is copacetic. You now Pandora's box ladder off of this, right? You have now started the laddering Pandora's box here, which has created your uptrend like this, right? Like you have this uptrend now like this. So you have a local uptrend off the break of a local level. So you have your trends. Your trends are established. That's fine. You even have your little pullback back attack valley, which is attack. This is clearly showing you we're moving up. Like there's no doubt in my mind this is moving up, even to an untested target, right? If this was to fail, that would be an origin level. The one that I stroked over, this one right there, this guy right here, that would be an origin level, right? So when you lose trend, you create an origin level. So that's fine. You create a breakout level there. Yep, you did hit the inverse. Yep, you did hit the inverse there. Here, right? So this is the next part of the move. When you lose this trend, that is an origin level as well. So this is a breakout level. That's why you have a move up to the next valley, because you've created an origin. And I wonder what this did on the 15. You see how you come up, test the origin, and you have a big impulse up, right? That is because it's an origin level, right? You have created here. Now it's very local, right? Again, just like trend, the longer the origin, the bigger the break, right? This is very subtle, right? But that is the level it has to break. That's why it has this reaction like this. That's why it has this exact touch and this pullback. That's why it doesn't reach the valley here, right? It doesn't reach this valley. Doesn't have that before the pullback. The pullback is on the origin. There's a very specific reason for that, right? Like the pullback is on the origin, which technically was probably created here throughout the day. It was technically probably right here, because you did have that there, which would have created the origin in this moment here. From here to here, when you lost trend there, that would have created the origin. And therefore, why you have a attack of level and a pullback, and not an attack of this valley right here, right? It's the origin level. It's so important. It's so great that they fixed this. I'm just so happy about this, that they fixed these stupid trends. Now you have something like this. And I haven't seen the pullback. I need to go one more candle. Okay, now you have this. Now you have like this against that level. And this becomes global, right? This becomes in this moment the global. When you fail this trend, it will, we know this is an origin that we haven't hard closed. So this is like this, right? This is now going to be an origin when we lose trend. Just fine. It's still moving up. So fractally, it's still moving up. It's starting to lose its move. And there it is right there. That's when this becomes an origin. We can actually rewind that to this candle here and see what happens on a smaller time frame, because we have the power. It's like that Simpsons song. They have the plant, but we have the power. As trend goes through a little move down and goes back over trend. So it's not enough yet to say that has lost trend. This is just kind of still holding the move in here. It hasn't failed down yet. It's actually creating this. So it's only in this moment when this trend is lost right there. It hasn't been lost yet. It's rejecting trend, riding it. Right. This just oops. This simply just gets pulled out to here upon a succession of the move, which you can see is actually would be this one right here, which you can see is losing it, and then it's going to lose its move relatively soon here. Fractally, now we are right here in the move, and we have created this as the origin level right here. So this is the kind of the important level for the future. So when you lose trends, when you lose local trends, they create origin levels. What am I doing here? Like this, and we can delete this one, and that's that. You just see it fail down. Oh boy, did that fail quickly, right? So you create an origin level. Looks like move rejection to me. Local support, failed that. Probably some larger form of support is happening, right? Fractally relevant, you'd have something like this right here. Low. Let's actually take a look at this before let's just get this out of here and go from low to low. I wonder where the fractal relevance is. That would be from there to there, right? You have that low to that low fractally, which gives you that to that, which TradingView is lovely. So you have your critical support, right? So this would be global. This would be local, right? So you have a global and a local thing from much further to the current, which is accurate, right? It's just that when you have a trend that is too straight, you can't use it. Rather, you have to find the trend that is going to be respected. Like something straight is just a level. So this is like an all-time low, right? You break an all-time low, you create a new bottom, right? That bottom was here. That's how you're getting this one here, which is being seen here. That's one way to do it. So that's the longer, more critical level of support. The current is the same idea, is that this right here. So you see how you have the leg of the move right here gets broken. When this leg of the move gets broken, you have to find the same thing that we just found. So how we found this longer time frame, low to low, we're doing the same thing if we just expand out the chart here. So all we did was we found the same thing as to where if this right here, this one right here, which is the current leg of this move, make this nice and fat and thick, and we'll make it maybe orange, and we'll do like this. That was a leg of the move, right? So when you back test that leg of the move, much like this, when you back test the leg, you have to wait to see where the swing happens. Locally, that's going to happen much quicker. So you have the swing starts here, right, and just ends right there. The next distribution candle, that's a part of the swing. You can't have that backside trend exist until you create a leg, until you back test and break a leg. When you back test and break a leg, it will create the trend, and all you're doing is finding that trend on different cycles of time. Like this cycle right here is like this low to this low gives you this backside trend right here, right? Which is pretty much the same thing as this backside trend, except this is showing you a bit more of a accurate depiction once this one breaks. So it's almost like the same thing, like global, local, legacy, right? Like this is local to this global to this legacy. So it's like the same thing. You're finding the local parts of the move, but with this, we're on a 1 hour time frame. So for this one, like something like this or this makes perfect sense to use when you're talking about a level from all the way back here, how many days ago, like this low to low, then it does get hit, but then it breaks down locally, right? And so see what happens. And then in this moment, you'd have something like this guy to this, but that's just too sharp of distribution. Like that won't be real. It will be here, and even that is pretty. Even that's pretty optimistic if you want to get a low buy. Rather, there's levels that are created off the breaks of legs. So you break a leg, and then the swing after the break is typically kind of how you're creating that backside. But not always. There's a couple different ways to do it.
Hey everyone, how's it going? As you know, I'm now giving out some of this content for free that I was otherwise charging for the past little while. Drop a donation, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. Great way. Lots of top level traders in there, people who are doing this for a career every single day. So go to Patreon, join a tier, get access to Discord. Go on Reddit, talk about future of trading, talk about the science of trading, talk about cotton candy, socials, everything you can. Let's help this thing grow. It's the way you guys can thank me for giving out this content for free that I was otherwise charging money for. So I'll leave a Bitcoin address on the screen. I'll leave the Patreon address on the screen. Just do something to help out. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.